State Properties Committee. And as we always do, I'm going to call on Bill, Representative Bill Warehouse, to for a little invocation here.
Thank you, Chairman. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to get together and to conduct your business. We pray your blessing over us and that we would always have the best interest of our state in mind, and we just ask that you would bless our thoughts and every action that we do today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Representative, Mr. Chairman. We have the first thing that we're going to have to do is adopt the rules for this committee, and they are listed in your folder there. And if you'll go through those very quickly, they are very similar for those that were here last year. I don't think we've made any changes whatsoever, and if you look those over, then we'll the chair will entertain a motion.
I think I'm already lit up.
You are lit.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we adopt the rules of the committee.
Okay, we have a motion to adopt the rules of the committee. Do I have a second? Second. Okay, I have a second to that. Any further discussion? Okay, those in favor of adopting the rules of the committee, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Good. You just voted.
I did.
Yes. Thank y'all very much.
I've seen the rules.
And most of us here are returning members of the state properties, and we have one new member, and I'd like to introduce that individual now. This is Representative Mary Frances Williams. Mary Frances, you want to just tell the individuals who you are? I've known Mary Frances for a long time, and where your district is.
Mary Frances Williams, House District 37. I have about 40%
Which
of
one's-
the city of Marietta, and then I have
Your mic there, excuse me. Press your,
press.
yep. There we go.
Is it on now?
Yep,
All right.
you are now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mary Frances Williams, House District 37. 40% of the city of Marietta, a good chunk of West Cobb, south of Whitlock Avenue, Dallas Highway, for those of you who know the county, and then a good chunk of Northeast Cobb. And this is I'm brand new. This is my second committee meeting. My dad was down here as a legislator, 68 to 74, and was mayor of Marietta, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I think he sort of started me on this path. But anyway, it's a real honor to be down here, and very pleased to be on this committee.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're delighted to have you on the committee, and we're glad to see our returning members here. I'd like to also introduce my admin, and she will be taking care of individuals on the committee, is Hanifa Saloon.
Hi, my name is Hanifa Salim. I interned for the Floor Leaders last session, and now I'm in the
And we've got Matt here, who's from research. He's going to fill in for David today and take care of us in that respect. I told him we needed plenty of help, especially from me on that. We do have a piece of legislation today, and it is a House resolution, and it's House Resolution 1. And to present that is our Majority Leader Burns. So if you'll come to the mic there, please, we will cut you on and let you explain it to the committee. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman Green, we appreciate your work and the members of this committee and all the work that this committee does. Very important work for our body and for this state. I bring to you House Resolution 1. It's the idea originated, obviously, as you can see, with our speaker, who is a renowned jurist in this state and many years of experience in the legal arena, and certainly recognizes the importance of our court system as much as we all do, and maybe even more. But the purpose, as you see also of this resolution, is to name our new judicial complex in honor of our outgoing Governor Governor Nathan Deal. The complex would be named the Nathan Deal Judicial Center. As y'all all know as well, is that our judiciary has grown in the last few years to keep up with a fast-growing state. Governor Deal, I believe, will go down as one of the finest governors this state has ever had, and certainly I think this is a way that we can make sure that we show him our appreciation. One of the things certainly we all are aware of again that he was responsible for is, I believe, and I know as y'all do, is a national model in criminal justice reform. It's paid great dividends for our state from a financial standpoint, but more importantly from a human standpoint. It's paid great dividends for the folks, citizens of our state who've maybe run afoul of the law, but have been given a second opportunity and a second chance to move forward and create their lives and better their lives and move back into the productive society and help them with their own personal issues. Governor Deal, sir, has served as an attorney. He graduated from Mercer Law School. He served as a judge, and of course, you know he's been a U.S. congressman before his service to our state as governor. He brought back our state and put us on a sound financial footing, as we all are aware of as well. And that makes this judicial complex possible. We know that with our growing judiciary and our growing citizenry, that we had to make some accommodations for the growth in our courts and the processes of our courts. So this is something that is much needed, and as we've heard, I think that this will take us another 75 or 100 years into the future as far as serving the citizens of our state and provide a place so we can have the kind of judicial hearings that are necessary to show dignity and respect to not only our citizens but the members of the judiciary in this state. And I think it's certainly about time. The building, as we all know, as we see every day, is coming along beautifully, and I think they're right on schedule to make sure that building is complete, and that we'll free up some building space on Capitol Hill also for who knows what the next purpose is. But certainly I think it's appropriate that we consider naming, and I would ask you to pass this resolution on to the House, that we would name this our new judicial building the Nathan Deal Judicial Center. Mr. Chairman, that's what we'd like to ask you to do. If there's some questions, I'll be glad to try to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Do we have any questions from the committee? Mr. Chairman, Mr. Leader, we just appreciate you bringing this on behalf of the speaker and the rest of the signees on there. And certainly all of the things that you have stated are has great merit for the state of Georgia, because without the leadership of Governor Deal in so many of these areas, we would not be as far along as we are in a lot of our reforms and everything. And he certainly, this is very, he's entitled to this, and I thank y'all for bringing this. Do we have any questions from the committee on anything on this? Well, you know, our rules kind of state that we don't take it up on the first, but I'm going to recognize someone here. All right, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I would ask that we suspend the rules of the committee and allow a vote today on the first hearing of this very important measure.
And this is on House Resolution 1.
On House Resolution 1.
Okay. All right, we have a second to that. Do we have any discussions on this? Okay. Well, then I'm going to call for the question for House Resolution 1. Those wishing to vote for it, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by the light sign. Okay. You have your House Resolution 1, and it'll be out to the Rules Committee, I guess, next next week we'll be.
As soon as we can get that new rules chairman to meet, Mr. Chairman, I mean.
He is slow. He is slow.
I mean,
on that.
he's slow to move.
And
Mr.
I-
Chairman and members, thank you so much. I think it's certainly a credit to all of you as well for recognizing the importance of this resolution and what we're all about here, trying to honor a man who's meant so much and means so much, and he and his wife as well, to our state. So thank y'all very much. We appreciate it.
And Mr. Leader, we are going to have state properties individuals, Frank Smith and others, to come and talk to us about how it's proceeding, and they will talk to us about the what's going on over there. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking building from the outside, and we hope to have soon have a little time to actually go in and see it. We hope very soon on that. But we look forward to that. And thank you for coming today. And you noticed how the numbers sort of grew very quickly when they found out you were presenting this.
They were worried about if I was going to be brief or not, right?
I was with the hang glide coming across.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. We also have, and as I talked about Frank coming there, he wants us to talk about some of the things that later on he wants to do a program with us in the committee on the judicial building over there and on some other things. And I've also asked Frank to talk to us about some of the things that's going on with some of the committee members have asked, or some of the members of the House have asked about some belongings to the mansion, and he indicated to me there's a little bit of information that he can give us about how we keep the things at the mansion as far as furniture and things of this nature and gifts to the state. So he will also be presenting that to us. Does the committee have any questions or anything today? We have one other thing. If you have not turned in the list from Hanifa that indicated cell phones and all that, please, we have a copy that you can fill out and get to her.
Oh, I have yours.
Yeah, we've already got yours on that, and I think, Michael, we've got yours. All right. Not sure about yours.
Well, I would like to say in public, since you asked for comment, the leader, majority leader, indicated that the rules chairman might be a little slow, but I want to say that he's very fair. If we're on camera anywhere, he is very fair and very thorough. And
We just got
I'd
you
just
on.
like to be on record.
Be on record for sucking up.
You, you did a good job of that, and please note that the whole committee believes as you believe in that. Do we have any questions, anything from the audience there that they would like to comment on? We appreciate y'all coming, and we'll be dealing with some more legislation here pretty soon, and just stay in contact with us. Matt, we appreciate you being here with us today to help us through this. And with nothing else to take up, we stand adjourned.
Clay, you doing all right?
And we want